Brian, is it left to right or is it vertical right now? The view. Just type in the chat. Okay, and then this is the narrow version, right? It does say that. I just want to make sure my rotate device was locked. All right, 1 second. Oh, it's wide now? Okay, good. Jesus. At least they used the good tape. Safety first. Gotta have the good tape. Okay, let's see what's going on in here. Oh, this one's full. Okay. Good deal. That one's full. Card savers. Save the good boxes. It's where, Brian? Hang on 1 second. Let's see. No filter. Go off, Brian, and come back in. Let me know how it looks. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. It's showing. It's good on my end. Who knows? over here on top. And we'll start with, let's see, how do I want to do this? Maybe your phone, who knows? Who knows? Just want to get something to cover these up as we peel the reveal. What do I have? I got something around here. We'll use this one. Okay. All right, there we go. Good enough. All right, these are all yours, Brian. Everything is yours. 543, what's up? Gibson rookie. Try to hold these in the right angle to get rid of this light glare. Give me a second. I'm going to try to turn this off. See if this works. This may be better. Okay. There we go. Much better. Bob Gibson. Miscut. VG3. It's nice other than the miscut. Top to bottom centering is not bad. Pretty clean, no creases. Good color. These things are always pale like an old Pepto-Bismol tablet. So the color, the pink is good. Looks better in the case than it did raw. Put that one up there. All right, next up, 57 Clemente in a 4. Pretty good centering on this one. Top to bottom's perfect. Left to right, just a bit off, but this one's nice. Pretty clean. Not too much snow going on. There is a mark up here, but that's in the printing. And then same thing with this one. But a lot of times these are covered with snow, and it looks like it's flaking. But yeah, Clemente is pretty nice. And this one, we didn't think it would even get slabbed up, just how bad it was. This was obviously something stuck to it, peeled off. But if you know about this card, there's not many of these that are going to be this well centered. This card is notoriously, I mean, a lot of these are in the 60s and 50s, but you could see this was stuck to some book of some type. I thought it was going to be authentic. A 1.5 is beyond generous. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you get a better grade out of PSA. You know, it's like this card's missing paper, crease, surface issues, rounded corners, you know, but it still looks good. I mean, these cards, they're just not centered that often. The mantle is tough in that one. All right, next up, 55 Bowman. Hank Aaron, that's a nice looking 4, well centered. A little thin on the top to bottom, some chipping here, but they still gave it a 4 because the rest of the card's clean. I was for sure this was going to be a lot less, but they don't consider that paper loss just based on how close it is to the edge. So I think that was pretty nice, but you cover that up and it's got, you know, definitely a shot at a better grade, you know, a 5+. You won't hit a 6 with this card, but if that chipping wasn't there, that's definitely a 5 all day. Clean back too, no staining. So nice Hank Aaron. All right, next up, Say Hey Willie in a 4. Same thing up here, you got chipping. You know, that's pretty common with this dark border, but left border, right border, bottom border good. Thin down here, but these are all relatively clean. Clean back. Nice Willie Mays. All right, next up. This thing's been ran through the mill. 55 Mantle. Run over by a truck. Folded in some bike spokes. Stuffed in a backpack. Inside some kid's jeans. Through the wash machine a couple times. Some staining on the back here. But it's still got a 1 and not authentic. So with these corners and this, it's a 1 is pretty good. You know, I like that PSA doesn't do the authentic and it's at their discretion, but I mean, authentic is The card's real, you know, it's legit. It's not a fake card. So I think it should at least get a 1. Um, this is Paul Krause in the 66 Philadelphia. Pretty nicely centered card here. Next up, we got a Bradshaw, 72 Bradshaw and a 4. Yeah, that's pretty fair. I can see that. You know, corner touches, and then you get this edge wear up at the top. That's where they'll get you right there. Once you have that edge wear, you're not going to hit the 5 and 6 range. You're always going to be in the 4s. It's kind of like having a even a small wrinkle with a perfect card. You can still get a 4 with a wrinkle or a small crease as long as you got sharp corners. But you know, when you start getting into edge wear and then the corner touches, you're going to have that 4 lower grade. You know, and with rounded corners, if you don't see them on the white, my suggestion, the best thing to do is always flip them cards around. Flip it around, check the back, and that's where you could see the corner touches and the little small fold. So if it's present on the front, it'll definitely be through the back typically. That's what I've noticed on the old paper for vintage. Next up, we got a 59 Topps Jim Taylor. And these, I wonder if these are these are the rub the edge of a coin to reveal the photo. So this is what, 59 and I think 60. Oh, I want to say Topps. Is it 64? I think it's Topps 64 for baseball has the coin rub at the bottom. I want to look, but I think it's 64 for baseball. I don't think they did it in any other years, but I think I have some here. Let me just go through these. I think it's 64s, 66. Yeah, here we go. So these are the same. If you rub this off, you can look at it, I don't know, at an angle. There's a little bit of an image here, and then you just rub it with the coin. So I wonder if they did that in other years for football. I don't know much about, you know, I don't collect a lot of vintage football. So, and these football cards aren't mine, but it's cool that they did this in 59 and then baseball did it in 64. So, all right, next up, we got a good one here. Legend Autogram. All-American. I don't know, Brian, what do you think? Looks good to me. It's a good looking too. I'm gonna pull this up to look at it a little bit better. Yeah. Oh, this one got a 2, Brian. But right here is the crease. Yeah, it's that corner. There you go. So you can see that fold right there. It's almost like a deep fold. The rest of the card's clean, you know, but corner touches all around. It's clean. It's a nice looking too. So again, you know, there's your problem there. So yeah, this corner, you flip it to the back, you could see nice blue and gray color all around. And then you get to this one, it's really, really faded, and there's that wrinkle. It's almost like that's the big drop point. Probably a stack of cards in some kid's backpack, you know, pitching cards. Yeah, it's a nice one. Here's another big one. Here's a big one. Jim Thorpe. 55 Topps All-American. That's a good looking card. Nice centering on this. Yeah, big whammo on that corner there. You could see the wrinkle. Whenever it goes in about 1/8 inch or bigger, they're going to call that a crease, a corner crease versus a corner ding. So you can have a corner ding and still get a 4. You can have 1 ding and still get 3 good corners and have a 5. But I've even seen 6s with a little corner touch. But once you get above the 5s, you got to have good surface and things like that, and other factors. But yeah, so you can always see see if it focuses. Yeah, just in the corner. So once it becomes a crease, then you're just in that lower grade. But had that just been a little bit smaller of a corner crease, then it's, you know, you got a shot at a 4. All right, we got here a Bob Feller. This one came back a 2, but very nicely centered. Brian, is this your card or is this mine? These aren't even in order. Is this one yours? I don't know. I'll have to check the sheet. This is mine? Okay. I don't know. I can't keep up. But anyway, big old crease and a little stain here, but man, that centering is really, really nice on this. So Still a Feller rookie. Can't go wrong with Bob Feller, and the back is super clean. You do see that little crease running through here that meets the backside. All right, next up, here's a popular one, the Four Horsemen. This one got a 2. Yeah, probably like the corner touches. I don't know. I mean, I don't even see a wrinkle. Let me see if I could see anything. Oh, I see right here. Yeah, so it's the staining, Brian. So let me see if I could do this better. So you can see the yellow up here. And then from here to here, from these 2 players here, you can see the staining coming through. So there's a little bit of bleed or stain there. And yeah, tilt it that way. There you go. You can see the stain now. So a little bit more obvious in person. If I flip it up here and you look at it with natural eye, you can definitely see the staining run right here. So I don't know if it's on the back, but yeah. So most likely whatever this was attached to, that's what got you the 2 with that little paper loss. Because otherwise this card's an easy 4. The surface is good. The gloss is good. No creases. So, you know, high end too, I guess you say, but you know, you can kind of use your thumb and peel that back down, but that's not going to change anything. That still can get you a 4. But yeah, that's what held it back. It's whatever this was attached to that kind of bled through, and then it got that little white paper loss there on the back. But still, you know, you cover up that grade, that thing looks nice. I call that the 12 inch, the 1 foot roll. You know, 2 foot it looks like a 10. Here it looks like a 6, and then up close to 2. All right, next up, 55 All-American Don Hudson. This one got a 2. Yeah, probably that corner here. You know, the crease comes out underneath the All-American logo, and that'll get you once it's out in the middle of the card and away from the border. But yeah, let's see if there's a crease on the back too or no. Oh, just take a look at this. Yeah, that's what did it in. So you got a little bit of wax stain right here next to the Alabama logo, and then a corner crease, but still good looking too. All right, next up we've got Whitey Ford. Yeah, so you've seen the other cards that got 4s, and I'm looking at this going, like, what am I missing? You know, what am I missing here? I probably take this card out, snap it out raw. There's a little bit of toning, but that's not stains. That's different than staining. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let me look up here real quick. I mean, I looked this card over pretty well. Does have a corner touch here, you know, but they're small. I mean, these are very, very minute corner touches, but I think a 4 is pretty low on this one. All right, next up, we've got a 59 Koufax. And this one has the print lines, roller marks. They usually don't ding you for those, but centering was good top to bottom, a little thin on the left. And I don't think this thing had any creases, if I do recall. No. I think that's why. No, just a... Oh yeah, little surface blemish right here. There we go. So you got the roller mark here, but right there. Yeah, it's like a little raised bump. I wonder if it goes through the back of the card. Let's try to focus. You know what? Maybe focus. Let me try to put these down real quick. I just want to see if this does anything different. Okay. Yeah, it's that autofocus. It comes into play quicker now. Focus is much better. Yeah, but that's all it is. I wonder if that's it right there. Yep, might be it there. Anyway, good looking card. All right, next up, 68 All-Star Rookie. His first solo card with the All-Star Rookie Cup and a 4. That's fair. Corner touches all around. This corner was really nice, but I think these three had touches, so that's a good looking card. Nice Tom Seaver in a 4. All right, next up we've got a Hank Aaron, 1970 Topps. I like this one. One of my favorite Aarons. Beautiful card, top to bottom. Left to right, it's obviously off, but clean card. Got the ballpoint pen in his hand. About to sign an autograph for somebody. Pretty clean overall. Tough to get that one centered. I think I have another copy of a 7. It's the same exact way. Just a little sharper corners. All right, this one is another tough one to get centered of all things. This whole entire set is pretty difficult, but here's a 4. It's got chipping, edge wear all along here, nice chip here. You know, maybe if it didn't have this chip on this side, in this top left corner, could have got a 5. No, it's good centering though, so very nice looking example of a 4. All right, next up, my favorite Clemente image. 72 and a 6. Yeah, this is by far my favorite. Nice looking card. Fair grade, between a 6 and a 7. Looks good. Yeah, the only head scratcher so far was at Whitey Ford. Next up, we've got a Robin Yount, 75 Topps. Brian, is this one yours or mine? Without looking at the list. I don't recall. Okay, cool. Yeah. Maybe I thought this would do better than a 4. You know, based on no whiting in this orange and just the bottom right, a little bit on the left, but that centering, I mean, man, I may just keep this one. I don't care about the grade. This card just looks so good, you know. Someone's selling an 8 right now on one of the forums, and centering's off. It just looks better than your 4, Brian. Well, see, now you got to upgrade. I got to upgrade a high-end 4. Start the trade wheel. All right, next up, the best ever third baseman. Well, at least of the 70s and 80s. Mike Schmidt and a VG3. Brian, this one's yours, I assume, right? I didn't send a Schmidt out. This is a pretty good looking 3. That's a good looking 3. I'll tell you that. Hang on a second. Let me look up here, see what this looks like. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm not seeing anything offhand. You know, no creases. I don't see anything. Oh, I see. Well, I don't know if this is in the card or not, Brian, if you could see. Yep, there it is right there. That's the issue. So if you just tilt it right there, you see the surface line. I don't think that's in the case. I think it's on the card. It's very faint, but if you get it the right light, I think that's in the card. Could that be a cable for a net? I don't think there's any net. It's in the card, Brian? Okay, so you do know about it. Yeah, so anytime you have that surface line, yeah. I mean, shit, this could have been a 5 all day, if not better, without the surface line. You know, it's clean. So I would have given it a 5 without that surface line, but when you have that, but all the other factors kept it a 3. So it's still pretty nice. This next one is Thurman Munson. This is a second-year card, which a lot of people prefer this over the 1970, but centering is pretty good. Top to bottom is really nice. A little thick over here, but, you know, the typical stuff, the edge wear, got a corner crease, you know. It's just a nice image. It'd be cool to know about that play. Who's sliding in? Was he out? Was he safe? Like they do now, you can find all that stuff out. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Someone has figured it out. But yeah, shortened career. All right, we got next up. We got 1, 2, 3 cards left. What's this one? Let's do this one first. Let's save that for last. This is Jim Palmer. This is a 6. Yeah, this card was really sharp. I think I sent this one in. Yeah, it was a pretty sharp card. Off left to right, but it was nice. So I sent it. I was hoping for a 7, but 6 will do. Not terrible. All right, next up we've got Reggie Jackson in a 4. Just off left to right. Pretty clean. Getting some glare, but nice clean surface for Reggie Jackson. Nice rookie in a 4. And then the last up, Willie McCovey in a 4. Brian, I don't know if this one's yours either. I don't know. There's so many of these cards I got to go through and see what's what. But yeah, this is a nice one. Nicely centered. Clean 4. Little print dot here, but that's common on these. Centering's good, just the corners. That's what holds it back, you know. Otherwise, this is pretty clean. Good looking 4. Good looking rookie. All right, that's it, Brian. We're all done on this one. Check out my other video. Got my 1-on-1 back and my orange Jackson Merrill. Pumped about those. Those came back the same time as this order. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with those. So that's it. Till next time. See ya.